If your car is doing this when you're trying to ride it, if it's doing this, then you got the problem that myself and a lot of other people have had. And I'm going to show you real quick what I did to fix mine. Here's the test ride. I did a adjustment to the throttle yesterday, thinking that it may be something to do with when I extended the rod out, whether it's not getting full throw. However, when I first took it to do a quick test run today, the first run I did when I started from just behind my truck up there, up that hill, it wouldn't go up the hill. I had to back down, did it like twice. And then what's odd is it seems to be getting better every single time I drive this thing. And it goes like a rape ape when it's on flat ground. So I've driven it back and forth, went down to the screw factory and back, came back again. And now, like, if I stop here on this hill right before it and then start going forward again, it will make it up the hill. It goes slowly, but it has the torque to actually make it up the hill. So what I'm thinking is that it may actually be either something with the motor itself, or sitting so long, that electric motor, that maybe the brushes just need to be kind of run to help clean themselves up, because the more it runs, the better it seems to be getting. My only big concern is that we have some very, very big hills up there at the lake, and if this can't get up it, he's only going to have access to, half the lake. But see how I started right there at my truck? Flies right up this hill, no issues. So I got a funny feeling that it's definitely something to do with that electric motor, whether it just needs to be taken off, and maybe my buddy Dan can do something as far as just doing something with the brushes, or I'm going to keep running it and seeing if it improves on its own. If it does improve on its own, fantastic. If not, I got to do something, or else I got to get a different cart, because this is not going to be good for him at the lake. I mean, hill like this now that it's improving, look at that, like nothing. However, we have ones at the lake that are probably 3 times the height of that one. Especially one that goes to visit a neighbor he's friendly with. It's a very, very, very steep hill. So yeah, I'm gonna keep plugging away, but I'm hoping I can get something squared away with this cart pretty soon. Well, this is kind of going to be the last hurrah with this puppy. So I ordered a 500 amp speed controller, and this is the heavy duty 500 amp rated solenoid. Actually, I think it's rated higher than that, but this is a 400 amp continuous, and it's 1000 amp peak. So this heavy duty solenoid is what the golf cart places sell, and that speed controller way in the back there, that's a 275 amp one. We're going up to 500 amp. I also have, as you can see, on my ends, and a hydraulic crimper kit, instead of using the regular ones I have that are just kind of like big, huge vice grip pliers. I have my 4 gauge and 2 gauge welding wire. More than likely I'm going to be doing the 2 gauge. That's what they recommend once we start going into these high amps, and so I'll probably set this 4 gauge off on the side for now. So this puppy better climb trees when I'm done with this, because it'd be pretty much everything that can be changed would be changed except for that motor. But Dan and I pulled that motor apart. We checked it all out. Dan cleaned up the armatures on it, and we checked all the connections and that stuff in there. We checked the brushes. The brushes are all good. That motor itself should be fine. It actually doesn't look really used much at all. However, it's, you know, it's not a high horsepower motor, shall we say, not like when people upgrade their carts, but that is more than enough motor to have this thing move and move well. That's how they were from the factory, and this thing would climb hills like nothing as from the factory. So more than likely what we're guessing is that we got a problem with that speed controller. So we're changing that, and we're changing up that solenoid. That, I mean, that's got to fix it. There's nothing else. So that's the next project. I got all the wires made up with the 2-gauge welding wire, and all the ends are on. I have them labeled. Only thing I did a little different though was, like here, I did the solenoid to B+, labeled everything that was exactly how the stock wires were. However, when it came to the switch, I just labeled 1, 2, 3, 4. And when it came to the motor, I did M1, M2, M3, M4, starting from the top to the back. So just those are labeled differently, so it's easier for me to remember when I'm routing these wires. I already turned the battery off with the app, so it does not discharge right now. I will likely still pull the positive cable off of it for now while I route everything, just to be safe. And then I'm going to start swapping out all these wires. And you know, it's one of those things, it may not fix that issue, and even if it doesn't, it really should have been done anyway because of the upgrade on the lithium. So if it doesn't fix them, I'm still going to have to swap over to the new 500 amp solenoid and the new 500 amp speed controller. Well, problem solved, thankfully, because I was getting a little frustrated. I put that new speed controller in, rewired everything back up, and I just did a quick pulling out of the garage, and it took right off. So that's a pretty good indication, and that's your speed controller right back here. So what I'm going to do now, and let me put this seat back, we need to do hill tests. That's the really big thing. It's going to tell us what's going on. Before, I would stop right up here at the driveway and also over in the grass. Actually, the grass was harder because it's more difficult to go up than the asphalt. So we're going to go do that, and then we'll do a quick test. So put us in forward. Stop right here at the bottom of the hill. Before, there was no chance of going up this hill from a dead stop sitting here, and now she goes right up. It doesn't even really slow down at all. That's fantastic. What to do now is the long hill, this long stretch down here on the road, and that'll give us a better indication as to how it does on this long hill. All right, let's see how this goes. Stop. Yep. I mean, she isn't super fast on the hills, but she goes and continues to go up on the hill. Like, doesn't slow down. That's fantastic. That's all we care about. is that it will not come to a dead stop on the hill. All right, fantastic. So all I got left to do now, and it's probably some wind noise through this camera right now, but all I really need to do now is some last minute cleanup and paint on some of the black. Shut you off on some of the black, and then I'm going to end up charging it and have it all ready to bring up in a few weeks. All I really want to do is I got to do some touch up on the black here, and then I want to repaint those rims black, and then it just gets a good washing and cleaning and gets it all ready to go back up. So that's it. Kermit is pretty much done. I'll probably do just a quick last minute show after I finish the last minute paint touches. Got a last quick walk around now that I have finished up with touching up in the rest of the black, painted the rims, cleaned it up some. Now all I got to do is throw it on the charger. I think it's down to like 82% right now, and I want to charge up to 100% and then put it away for a few weeks before I head it back up. But quick recap, and I really like this green. That metal flake kind of shining in the sun looks pretty good. So it's a 94 Easy Go Marathon. I did the lithium conversion to the one large Chins 36 volt battery with the charger. Changed the port over here now so we can use just a regular large extension cord, a thick one. It's got the controller there, the monitor. It has the app you can use to turn the battery on and off. I added a cup holder. I put a 12 volt, a 36 to 12 volt reducer inside the dash. Added headlights and a horn. The battery still haven't shut off. So you got headlights. It had mirrors on it, but I had to fix those. I added a cane holder. We may have to adjust that a little bit too when we get up there. I put nice rubber, new rubber pieces on top of the gas pedal and brake pedal, kind of give it a little bit more anti-slip. As you can see, I had to put a few decals because certain spots the paint was just all messed up from when it had original golf cart stickers on it. And of course, Kermit. I'm not sure where I'm going to put the other Kermit, the stuffed one. And of course, there's the cooler. I got to see what did I do with. Where is he? I got to clean this garage up. It's such a mess right now. I got it here somewhere. I know I stuffed them somewhere for safekeeping not long ago. Oh, I put them in the van for safekeeping. Okay, so yeah, not sure what I'm going to do with this Kermit. I guess a family member of his got him a big Kermit and a license plate for him. So, who knows? Maybe we'll set him up here somehow or whatever. But that's basically Kermit finished.